Hey there, everybody. We are live. It is another Thursday. Good morning, everybody. Today we have a juicy one prepared. I'm going to be doing a live, in-depth training going basically over every step of my workflow when it comes to how do I find, high-paying e-commerce social media marketing agency clients, right? So let's dig right into it. We're just going to get started. If you have any questions, we'll be taking questions throughout the entire stream today. So make sure you ask away. And again, this is going to be a live in-depth training, so we're just going to go ahead and get started. Now, prospecting for your agency, you need a reliable system to just reliably generate results, right? We don't want to be banging out hundreds of cold emails every day. We don't want to spend our entire day prospecting. So we need a systemic way to approach this. And that's exactly what we're going to be going over today. Let me share my screen with you here. Okay, so you see, there we go. All right, so Google is one of my biggest tools when it comes to finding leads for my agency, and then I can input them into my automated sales funnel or start approaching them organically. So today, what we're going to be focusing about is how I find these leads, how I don't waste a bunch of time doing it, and how you can do it too, very, very quickly, and make sure that you're setting yourself up for success. So going over to Google, first of all, we need to think, what kind of brands are we going to target today, right? When it comes to building an agency, we're really big on this concept of niching down, right? Building a monopoly agency within a particular niche within e-commerce. So for me, I work with outdoor recreation brands. That's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to start looking for some outdoor recreation brands. Now, if we think about outdoor rec as this overall niche, under it, there's going to be a lot of sub-niches, subcategories, including like hiking brands, rock climbing brands, really a ton of stuff, skiing, snowboarding, literally anything you can think of that you do outside could be considered an outdoor recreation brand if they sell the products. So what we're going to do is let's just start off with let's just do best hiking brands. But specifically, let's get a little more to it. Best hiking shoe brands. Let's just go for some hiking shoes. Let's focus on this first. So first off, we can target just blogs that sort of compile all of the best hiking shoes that they think. So, here's Solomon, which Solomon's a pretty big brand, but we'll go ahead and pull them up. They make running shoes, clothing. So now that I found them, we're going to use a lead finder such as Snob.io. Now, Snob.io has a free plan that you can use. You can also use Clearbit Connect, which I'll throw that to you real quick, and also Hunter.io. So you need to get basically subscriptions here set up, you get free plans set up on each of these, and you actually get about probably 50 free leads a day, which if you have a systemic a process to all of this and automated systems, you don't really need much more than that on a daily level. You can actually operate off the free plans just fine. But today we're going to be using Snob.io. So once I pull up, Solomon as the company here, we're going to go to the all domain emails, and we're going to start looking for who we need. We can also look at prospects, and we can scroll down this list to see who is who within the company. So let's scroll down here. We're looking for, this is a big company, so we're going to target maybe their marketing manager or their CMO, something along those lines. Let's load up some more. We'll scroll down through here. Sometimes large companies like this have a lot of people. So let's see if we can find chief marketing. Let's just look for a marketing, head of marketing, strategic accounts, product marketing, global marketing. Let's see here, omni-channel marketing manager. We're going to go with Mary. She sounds like a good candidate for this. So her name is, what I like to do is go ahead and come over into my spreadsheet. We're going to be getting the name, the company, and the email. These are the three values we need to worry about. So this is going to be Solomon. The name is Marie. We'll also put down her position, just like so. And then we'll just copy and paste over omni-channel marketing managers in case we need to refer to this later. But her email. Now we're going to go over to all domain emails. And it looks like the naming convention they're using is first name.last name@solomon.com. So I don't even need to look through that whole list because that would take a while, especially with the amount of emails that they have. We are just going to input first name dot last name at solomon.com. And there we go. We have a first lead that's maybe taken, how long have we been live at this point? Like 5 minutes, 3 of those minutes are me talking about what we're going to do. So in less than 2 minutes, we have one lead already put in here, and it's very specific about hiking shoes. So I'm going to name this sheet hiking shoes. And let's go ahead and go back to Google, go down to the next list. Now, our next person on the list, we have next brand. We have Merrill, who is another really good hiking footwear brand. So we'll do the same thing. We'll go to full company profile, all domain, or go to prospects, and let's see. We want the senior director of digital marketing. So Jane Smith. Now let's see how they like to do their emails. Looks like it's first name dot last name again. So that's how we're going to do this. That's pretty common. That's what most companies are going to use. But I always like looking over at the naming convention they're actually doing, just to make sure that I'm actually getting the right email. So we're going to put in Merrill and then Jane.Smith at, sure I'm getting the right domain, at Merrill.com. And she is the Senior Director of Digital Marketing. So literally within just a few minutes, we already have 2 leads in the system. So what have we done so far? Just to recap the past few minutes, we went to Google, which everyone knows how to use Google. We went to Google here and we typed in the best hiking shoe brands. We've already found a list here that's going to have, let's see, 5, 6. Let's scroll down to the bottom. There's quite a few on here. So we've already got probably about 15 to 20 leads right here on this one list. Now, what happens when we kind of go through all of these blogs, all of these postings, and we run out of leads? Well, the next step, another little trick you can do, is by utilizing search parameters on Google. So what we're going to type in is site:/myshopify.com quotation hiking shoes, end quotes. And this is going to bring up all of the Shopify websites that have hiking shoes within their site indexable pages, right? So we have Limbs shoes here. So let's pull them up. And this is one that was not on that list we were just on. It's actually a really cool brand. I'm going to have to reach out to them after this training is over. Probably book in a meeting for later this week. Really cool website. But that's not what we're here for at the moment. We're just here to find. Okay. So we haven't found. Bio says no email addresses. This is good. I'm glad this happened on this training, so we can go over how to fix that. So let's go to their full domain. Here we go. So sometimes you're on that My Shopify domain through this method. Make sure you're on their actual website, and then you should see their emails. So let's pull up their company profile again. And let's see here. We have VP of Sales, Director of Marketing, Marketing and Acquisition Guru. So really any of these people are going to be people we want to reach out to. Let's do Kyle Schindler. Looks like the naming convention they use. Scroll through here since this is a smaller brand. We'll just look up Kyle. Looks like it's just first name at company name. So we're going to do Kyle Schindler in his email address. In the company, it's Limbs Shoes. Oh, sorry, that goes over here. And he is the marketing guru, according to his title on snob.io. Now, Limbs Shoes here is kind of dominating the top of my search results. Now that we've already got them, we don't care about them anymore until he's talking to me, of course. So we're just going to put in a little dash and then Limbs Shoes, and that's actually going to just truncate them from the search results. So now we can go on to the next one. So here is Decathlon, another pretty well-known brand. In fact, they're a retailer, so I'm also going to just trim them out of here. And let's see, now we have Trav's Outfitter. Okay, so that just brings up a good point. If we start hitting retailers like Decathlon, which actually they do make their own products as well. If we start hitting retailers, what we're going to do is actually use them as a brand directory. Okay, so we don't have to worry. We don't have to be like, oh man, this is not a lead we can use, because in reality, it actually is. We can see here they have Hoka, AdTech, Keen, let's see, Danner, Northside, Obaz, Merrill again. So we can use them as a brand directory. And that leads me to my other point, which is leveraging outdoor retailers online in your sub niche to actually use for prospecting. So REI, for example, is a great outdoor outlet. And since I'm looking for outdoor recreation brands, exactly what we're going to use them for. So let's go to their categories and find their hiking footwear, just their overall collection here. And over on the left, we're going to see brands. And oh my goodness, look at this. We have just about 30 to 50 new leads that we can then import into our campaigns and start reaching out to. So for example, let's take Teva. We'll just look up Teva footwear. Fashionable active sandals. Awesome. So this is for hiking. And same thing. We're going to go find their email. So I'll do one more finding the email just to see if we run into any more issues that I could help out with. So it looks like Snob.io is finding the incorrect company in this case. So this is when we could leverage Clearbit Connect or Hunter.io to sort of bridge that gap. Hunter.io. So we'll just come in here. It's very, very easy to do. Just type in teva.com. And we have to create an account. And since I'm not logged in, I'm not going to go ahead and do that. But you can just make a free account and, of course, just get your free amount of leads every single day that they give you. And they even have a Chrome extension you can use. So as we continue to flesh out our lead list, you can see here that in total, this has actually taken about 5 minutes to find 3 leads or so. So if we sort of extrapolate that, bring up the calculator, if every 5 minutes, say 6 divided by 5 times 3, we can get about 36 to 40 leads an hour. And really, if you have an automated system like the automated sales funnel that Jaime lays out, this is actually a perfect amount for just an hour of work. If you do this every day of the week, just spend maybe an hour while you're watching Netflix, listening to a podcast, reading a book over on the side, whatever it is you need to do, you can get 180 new leads in your automated system every single week. Okay. That's 720 a month from only an hour's work, where you can also be grinding something else out on the side. This is literally on autopilot. I do this, every single day. And the beauty of it is you can focus on other things while you do it once you get into the groove. And let me tell you, over the past year, you can send almost 10,000 emails, contact 10,000 brands every single year. And the closing rate for me is actually pretty good. So this is how I book consistent meetings with clients or prospects. And this is how I consistently close clients for the agency. So we have quite a few people watching right now. Hopefully, we're not done yet. Hopefully that was of some value. Of course, we're taking questions throughout this entire time. I want to go ahead and say, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to go down in the description and join or apply for our private Facebook group. We do more lives on there every week, stuff that you can't see here on YouTube. And it's a great community full of people that are just killing it in the SMMA space. So yeah, ask questions if you have any. We'll show you some more prospecting methods here right now. So let's say you've pretty much exhausted everything you can from Google. Let me pull up my Instagram account and we'll do some Instagram prospecting, because Instagram is another amazing platform for booking meetings with people. Let me some issues here. Okay, here we go. So we have Instagram. We also have Facebook. I'll pull up my Facebook account. And we did a video over this just a few days ago, but I want to definitely jump into this again because it's really, really sweet. We pull up, let's pull up like a e-commerce growth hacks group. So there's a lot of Facebook groups out here dedicated to e-commerce growth, to Facebook ads, to media buying. And these are great places to book meetings with brands as well, because I've done it quite a bit. What you do is you scroll through here, and some groups are better than others. But whenever you see a post like this, for example, from Ismail, he's talking about a case study, essentially, that he's had certain results with his client. Now, people will be asking questions in here. And this is when you can come in and answer those questions, provide value, but also offer a lead magnet. In the case of absolutely love the positioning, is there anywhere I can get more information on that, or you figure this out over time. So we would say, hey, Jermaine, hope you're doing well. Ismail, we're not going to diss Ismail. He's the original author of this post. We're going to pay him respect, be very professional about it. Ismail is crushing it at the moment. Great stuff to see. If you want to see my checklist for, I'm going to have to see what the topic of this post was. I'm bidding on the, if you want to see my checklist for bidding strategies, send me a DM. Would love to send that to you. That's a small thing, but you cannot believe how many times I've had brands slide it in my DMs. Just a random person. I always ask, are you with a brand? Are you a media buyer? So you'd be surprised by how many brands slide up in your DMs because you're offering some sort of freebie. And then that can open up a great conversation starter to get them on your call. So once you exhaust Google, hit up Facebook, and then also Instagram hashtags such as, let's say hiking shoes. And hashtags, it's honestly better to do on the phone. So we're not sure how well it's going to work on this live stream here. But we're just going to scroll through here very, very briefly and look for brands on here. The La Sportiva. So here we found another brand, La Sportiva. We're going to look them up. Bring us La Sportiva does a lot of footwear, including climbing footwear and a bunch of stuff like that. But we're going to go ahead and look them up on Snap.io. Find the correct person, which we've already shown you how to do this, but Chrissy Wise here would be the person I would want to email. It looks like they do first letter of your first name and then last name. So you just kind of got to look at their naming convention and make a guess there. Let's see, Chrissy Wise. So it's going to be C Wise at Sportiva, I believe is their domain. Yeah, Sportiva. C Wise, and then La Sportiva. So hopefully you can start to get the picture now that prospecting for your agency, finding brands to reach out to, put into your automated systems is actually not that hard at all. In fact, you can do it on Autopilot. You can do it while you're doing something else on the side. And it really doesn't take any time at all. We've already gotten 4 leads and maybe spent 7 minutes actually finding those leads. So do the math. We can get almost 1,000 every single month just from an hour a day. Small, consistent work leads to long-term results. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in at this time. Okay, we got a question coming in. So what is the cold email flow used to reach out to them? So we don't have time to actually dig into the specifics of that today, but I want to drop you with this value bomb. There's actually different flows depending on the company. Okay, depending on maybe the size of the company, the stage of growth they're currently at, we're actually putting different offers in front of them. Right? We're not giving everyone the same offer, maybe for a demo call. So depending on the size of the company, if they're a small one, maybe we're offering them a demo call. We can hop on and share a ton of value with them. And if they're a larger company, we're actually going to be offering them a much lower perceived cost, like a video audit. You understand? So bigger companies with over a certain amount of people with a certain amount of positions at different stages of growth, they have less time and they're solicited more often. So we have a much more attractive offer for them that is a little bit less time intensive for them and actually gets them to buy quite well. So hopefully, maybe we should do another video just on the cold email outreach system, which we do have a few videos of that. Make sure to go check out our YouTube channel, School of Econ by Jaime Higuera. You can see kind of what we think about cold email strategies. In fact, something we've done in the past and want to do again is reviewing your cold emails. So if you are watching this right now and you have a cold email flow, you don't know if it's good. Maybe you've gotten some success with it. Maybe you haven't. Send it over to me or Jaime in the DMs. And maybe in another live or another video, we'll review those again. We've done a few of those in the past. Absolutely great fun to do and really lets us provide as much value as we can to the community. So send over your emails. We'll take a look at those in a future video or your DMs, whatever it is, basically your cold outreach, your messaging. Send that over to us and we can talk about it in the next one. Well, all right, everybody. It was good think we really broke down the systems here, showed you just how easy it is to find consistent quality prospects for agency. How many cold emails to the first client? Well, that if you have a systemic approach where you're putting in leads consistently and you have solid flows with solid offers, it doesn't take that long. For me to close my first client, it took about 4 weeks, 2 weeks into my actual outreach, 4 weeks from starting my agency. Does this strategy work on brands that only sell on Amazon? Yeah, I mean, if you're offering Amazon ads for your clients, if that's a service you offer, yeah, no, this works just the same as well. Now, finding the emails, you're going to have to leverage Instagram, Facebook, and other platforms if they don't have their own website. But there's ways around that too. You have sent 300 plus emails and have booked 0 calls. Offer creation is your biggest problem right now. Yeah, I mean, if you've sent 300 plus emails and you've booked no calls, first of all, what is your open rate? If your open rate is decent, above like 60, 70%, then yeah, you should be booking calls. If your open rate is below that, it means your subject line needs work or you're landing in spam. So having an offer, again, that is irresistible for a particular company at a certain stage of growth. Again, small companies get, maybe a demo call offer, larger ones get a video audit offer. That's what we find really, really works. And it's 75%. So yeah, it's definitely your offer. You need something. Again, the biggest mistake I see with agency owners and their cold email outreach is they're talking about marriage before they've even had that blind date. Okay. If you're saying this in your email copy, you need to stop. All right. Don't talk about how much money you're going to make them. Don't talk about how long you're going to work together. Don't talk about how happy they're going to be once you give them 5 kids. They don't care, and that's actually going to scare them away. Okay. They get that all of the time. What you need to be pitching is the value they're going to receive on that first blind date. Simply put, that is how you attract brands into your agency, and this is how you systemically, find leads to bring to the table. So thank you everybody for watching. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube and you're not a part of our private free Facebook community, go down in the description and apply to join. Put effort into your application. We don't accept everybody. In fact, we have like 2,000 applications pending or something like that. It's crazy. And most of them are getting denied every single day. So put effort into that. We'd love to see you in here. We have a great community, and we do more lives on there every week than we do on YouTube. So you're missing out. Anyways, it's been great, everybody. We'll talk soon. See you next Thursday, and we'll see you Tuesday in the talk show with Jaime. Anyways, y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.